12 tips from neurobiologists to always look young. We are all looking for the fountain of youth or some way to build a time machine, but our efforts so far haven't paid off. So what can we do now to stay fresh and youthful for years to come? Well, studies show that even the smallest and simplest changes in your daily life can significantly slow down the process of aging. If you're ready to turn back the hands of time, then let's go. Cut down on your portions. A recent study published in Molecular and Cellular Proteomics journal has found a connection between a person's meal sizes and their body's aging process. The researchers found that reducing the amount of food you consume leads to changes in your biochemistry that affect how quickly cells age. Plus, eating less boosts your immune system and gives you more energy. It's still crucial that your body gets all the necessary vitamins and nutrients, so we're not talking about starvation here. Just take a closer look at your diet and try to incorporate more fruits, vegetables, and other nutritious and delicious foods. Eat more white mushrooms. While you're reevaluating and switching up your diet, don't forget to add white mushrooms to it. Researchers from the Penn State Center for Plant and Mushroom Products for Health have confirmed that people who regularly consume white mushrooms feel much younger than their actual age. This is all thanks to the amino acid ergothioneine and the antioxidant glutathione, which are both special elements in the mushrooms that repair damaged cells. They even help prevent cancer, cardiovascular disease, and Alzheimer's. I'd call that some magic mushrooms. Reduce your sugar intake. Decreasing the amount of sweet stuff you put into your body can lead to amazing health benefits. It helps you stay in shape, clears up your skin, and even prolongs the youth of your entire body. The thing is, when we don't have so many simple carbs, like sugar or high fructose corn syrup, in our system, our bodies start to produce a chemical substance that protects tissue cells from damage. It's also recommended to increase the number of useful fats in your diet. You can find them in products like fish, meat, and vegetable oils. Following this simple plan decreases your risk of developing heart disease, cancer, and Alzheimer's. Do coordination exercises. If you want to stay young-looking and feel good for as long as you can, don't underestimate the power of exercising. You have to make it a part of your life. As for the best workouts for slowing down the aging process, that would be coordination exercises. This type of training really works your brain, cognition, and, well, coordination. Plus, they're super easy to do, like this one for instance. All you'll need is a lemon, a chair, and yourself. Lie down on your back with the chair above your head. Hold the lemon between your feet and pull your legs up until you can set the lemon on the chair. Bring your legs back down and then up again to retrieve the lemon, putting you back in the starting position. People who are really flexible and fit can even set the lemon on the floor behind their head without a chair. This feat will be your end goal. Go cycling. Riding a bike is a cherished childhood memory. Well, guess what? It's also a good way to stay young for longer. Researchers at the University of Birmingham and King's College London have found that regular bike rides slow down the effects of time on the body. Frequent cyclers burn off fat before it can stick on their body, and they don't have problems with blood cholesterol levels. This allows them to age more slowly without the problems faced by people who don't get enough cardio or physical activity. As for men specifically, cycling keeps their testosterone high. And don't worry about losing strength or muscles, cycling won't take them away from you. Looks like it's time to bust out your old bike or buy a new one and finally combine business with pleasure. Make new friends. New friends and acquaintances make life way more colorful and bring exciting opportunities. But that's not all they can do. In their book, The Telomere Effect, Elizabeth Blackburn and Alyssa Epple explain how a long-term friendship positively affects the special parts on chromosomes that are responsible for aging. Different studies have also proven that camaraderie and friendly relationships with people can significantly decrease the speed at which the brain ages. So the more friends you have and the warmer your relationships are, the better. It's never too late to make new friends. Just open up and be yourself. The right people will find you. Take up dancing. Who doesn't love boogieing, am I right? Whether you're good at it or you could use some help, dancing is still fun and carefree. And the fact that it helps retain your youth makes it even more appealing. Sort of like with cycling, it all comes down to physical activity and its ability to slow down the process of aging on the brain. Surprisingly, the effect of dancing shows incredibly noticeable improvements in the brain that have a positive effect on the body. Plus, dances with different types of choreography are even more useful, like those of different genres, rhythms, and speeds, and definitely the ones that require certain steps or movement. All of these improve your memory and cognitive abilities. Just find your favorite style and dance away. Learn to control stress. Controlling stress is an incredibly powerful tool that can seriously improve your health and mental state, and with those effects come prolonged youth as well. Our attitude towards the things happening around us matters especially when we run into problems. As Charles R. Swindoll once said, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Instead of seeing an obstacle as a dead end, think of it as a challenge you need to overcome. Other than keeping your life on track, this attitude strengthens blood flow to the heart and brain and causes short bursts of cortisol. This hormone helps form defensive responses to external threats and stressful situations. And this entire process is directly connected to staying youthful. So look on the bright side. There's always something to stay positive for. Get out of the house. Leading an active lifestyle scares gray hairs away too. The more you socialize, talk with others, and visit places of interest such as exhibitions or concerts, the more memories you create and the younger you stay. It's also a great idea to see your job as a way not only to make money and pay your bills, but to communicate with interesting people and acquire useful skills as well. All these things give us pleasant emotions and, as a result, prolong our youth. It's as simple as that. Learn something new. Even though our brains work less actively as we age, we can still keep our intellectual skills and abstract thinking at a high level. To achieve this, we need to regularly learn something new so that our brain stays on top of its game. A good way to keep your mind clear, especially at an older age, is by learning foreign languages. It's not easy, but the results will be noticeable right away. Plus, it's always fascinating to be able to express yourself in another language, isn't it? Not to mention, people with a high level of education live longer because, as a rule, they lead a healthier lifestyle, drink less alcohol, and do more fitness. Follow these steps and you'll certainly keep a razor-sharp mind. Limit the time you spend talking on your cell. According to a study published in the European Review for Medical and Pharmacological Sciences, using a cell phone too often can cause premature aging. And that's because the gadget's electromagnetic radiation harms blood cells, liver enzymes, endocrine glands, and muscle, heart, and bone tissue. It also throws your hormones out of balance. The researchers say that people with an increased risk of developing these problems aren't just those who talk on the phone a lot, but also people who live near power lines, factories, and cell towers. A safe distance from these huge objects is 70 feet, sometimes even 1 mile. It's better to make some changes in this area of your life too, and improved health will follow. Stop using clichés. You know how when somebody asks you how you're doing, you just give them the same polite answer every single time? There's a good reason to change that up. When you speak creatively, you stimulate your brain's two main speech centers, the Wernicke and Broca areas. Jazzing up your speech keeps your brain function strong and, of course, helps you stay young. Try to always come up with new responses to usual questions like, "How are you?" and "What's new?" Use your vocabulary to the fullest and expand it. Use more anecdotes, interesting quotes, your own jokes, and cool stories in your speech. It'll surely make you an even better conversation partner and allow you to find common ground with pretty much anyone. What about you? Do you have any of your own secrets to eternal youth? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.